Hello, Mrs. Johnson. Thank you for meeting with me today to discuss your child, Baron. Baron's an excellent student. He enjoys reading and discussing with his peers. He's always eager to participate and learn and give his input in everything. He's an active learner. He actively participates in the classroom discussions. He's always eager to give his input. He's great with comprehension and shows his enthusiasm for reading and is eager to improve. Over the past few weeks, I've been giving him a few assessments. One of them is a spelling inventory. It's a list of 25 words, and it ranges from really easy CVC words to multi-syllable words, and they're graded based off their knowledge of features like digraphs, long vowels, short vowels. And then I've been giving him this because he's been kind of struggling with spelling, particularly digraphs and long vowels, as well as I gave him a running record, which was we read the passage Flat Stanley, and I timed him for 1 minute to see how many words he could read correctly within that minute. He kind of struggles a little bit with reading. He's a little behind. And then I've also gave him the phonics packet to work on his phonological awareness. It kind of tests on blending, phoneme segmentation, manipulation, and he struggled with the segmentation. So I've been working on that, blending and segmenting. Do you have any questions about those?
How can I better prepare Baron for his spelling test?
So we've been doing these things in our class called Have a Go sheets, which I could give him to him once weekly before instead of a pretest. And he gets multiple attempts on spelling the word, and then I record his efforts just to compare to see how he's learning. And then with these sheets, the students expect to perform higher than they usually do on spelling tests. Now they've had extra practice, he gets more attempts. With all this practice, I anticipate he will become more familiar with the spelling features. I can pass those along to you and give you a few copies for at home.
That would be wonderful.
Anything else?
Where can I find grade level readings for him to use as practice?
So I actually have this website right here, and I suggest doing repeated readings where he'll read the same passage for 1 minute multiple times, maybe like 3 to 5. And mostly we do it in class, and I will count how many words he gets right in 1 minute. Or when we do fluency centers, another student will do it for him. And the number of words the ones he gets correctly, he graphs on a bar graph to document his,
Progress?
Progress, yes, sorry. And then after the readings, I or the student who's working with him will prompt questions to check for comprehension, which isn't really a problem. He does really well with that. Do you have any questions about phonics, maybe?
Yeah, where can I access the phonological resources?
So Reading Rockets is actually a great resource. They have many games to help him. One of the ones that we do in the classroom in particular during our literacy centers is Guess the Word. And the objective of the game is to see if they can identify a word as I'm blending it out. So I'll sound it out really slowly, and then he has to guess the word. And then I'll also give him the opportunity to blend out a word and see if I can guess it,
Mm-hmm.
I have a few questions for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
How often does Baron read at home?
Well, we try to encourage him to read a little bit every night, and then I know that he's practicing reading a lot at school, so we don't want to make him bring home too much work with him because I know he has a lot of homework to complete there. So what do you suggest? Am I not pushing him to read enough? Should I encourage him to read more at home?
You should definitely encourage him to read more. Let him pick out his books, but make sure they are in his reading level.
Okay.
We do have online resources, which I can pass along to you, that have books within his lifestyle.
That would be great.
How do you help him with his spelling homework? What strategies do you use?
Well, I try to let him be independent. He always promises that he's going to go study upstairs in his room, and he usually says he's up there studying for about an hour the night before his spelling tests, but if you said he's not doing too great, maybe I should pay more attention and make sure he's actually studying.
Yeah, I can pass along some of those have-a-go sheets to see how you can see how he does at home and help him with it maybe, because he does struggle a little bit with the long vowels especially.
Okay.
Do you practice phonics at home? Do you do any activities?
Not particularly. He has a nanny, and I ask her to go over anything that he needs to work on for school. If he has assignments that have to do with phonics, then she's supposed to go over them with him. But me personally, I don't.
Thank you for coming today, Mrs. Johnson. It was a pleasure to speak with you about your student, Barron. He's a pleasure to have in the classroom, and I appreciate his consistent efforts. I will actually compile a list of all these activities and put them in a folder for you to take home. Does that work with you?
Yes, thank you
for
so
meeting
much.
with me today.
Thank you.